Good day, I'm Lorraine Mendez and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, February 23. Bank of Jamaica Governor Richard Balz says the country is beginning to show signs of incremental improvement in economic activity. Mr. Balz says a partial rebound of at least 4% in economic activity is projected to begin in the new fiscal year and could possibly be as high as 8% if there is strong recovery in tourism.
This projected growth in financial year 21-22 represents a first step in getting the economy back to levels of economic activity.
Mr. Balz was addressing the BOJ's quarterly digital briefing on Friday. Among the factors cited as evidence of the progress being made are the relatively buoyant foreign exchange market inflows, adequate reserves, a sustainable balance of payments position, and the containment of inflation within the bank's 4 to 6% target range. According to Mr. Balz, based on these developments, it's believed that contraction in the economy has passed its worst, and the outlook is for continued, albeit more gradual improvements in economic activity. Meanwhile, Jamaica's net international reserves NIR totaling just under $3 billion as at February 16 should be adequate to see the country through the coronavirus crisis, so says Richard Balz. The Bank of Jamaica governor says despite the fallout in tourism earnings due to a dramatic decline in visitor arrivals, coupled with lower imports, inflows to the foreign exchange market have remained healthy.
Between March 2020 and January of this year, daily purchases of US dollars by authorized dealers and cameos from end users averaged 31.2 million, slightly lower than the average of 33.4 million recorded last year.
According to Mr. Balz, daily sales to end users averaged $27.7 million over the period of March 2020 to January 2021, which was slightly lower than the average of $29 million a year earlier.
Importantly, however, we also saw a dramatic improvement in remittance inflows, which served to cushion the effects of the fallout in tourism. Private capital outflows were also tempered by a reduction in capital market foreign exchange investments.
$17.4 billion has been allocated for the build-out of the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project SHIP. That's marked improvement in funding from the $12.9 billion that was set aside in the 2019-2020 budget.
Getting people connected is a great part of what economic growth is all about. The flow of goods, capital, technology, and people will drive economic growth and create a broader space for development and prosperity for all.
SHIP will extend the east-west leg of Highway 2000 by 28 kilometers from Maypen in Clarendon to Williamsfield in Manchester. It will also build out the roadway between Harbourview in St. Andrew and Port Antonio in Portland. It's anticipated that in the 2021-2022 estimates of expenditure, funds will be used to continue and complete designs, construction work and land acquisition on the Maypen to Williamsfield leg.
We have now cleared through the entire alignment, so the contractor is now clear in terms of land acquisition. We did more than 180 parcels of land were acquired. More than 60 houses were also acquired. We've relocated grades, which is a normal part of our operation. Relocated grades, compensated farmers for the crops that they had in the alignment. So right now the contractor is pushing through. So he has put through almost a full 28 kilometers. And he has now commenced doing drainage works, and he will start doing major structural bridge works in the next coming months.
As for the Harbourview to Port Antonio stretch, work will continue on the Harbourview to Yallahs Bridge roadway. Land acquisition, utility relocation and construction works will also continue from Yallahs Bridge to Port Antonio and Morant Bay to Cedar Valley. The Minister of National Security will commence construction of the long-awaited forensic pathology autopsy suite this year. A budget of $309 million has been allocated for the project in the 2021-2022 estimates of expenditure. It's anticipated that 40% of construction activities will be completed by March 2022. The state-owned facility is expected to increase the forensic capacity of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the JCF. It will also reduce the backlog in criminal and other cases. Meanwhile, a 40% completion target is also expected during the new fiscal year when construction of the Westmoreland Divisional Headquarters begins. That work will continue through to March 2024. On to the Ministry of Education now. The MOEYI will spend $1.8 billion to continue infrastructure projects to eliminate the shift system in primary and secondary schools. Of that figure, $813 million will target construction of classrooms at 11 high schools, 1 all-age and 1 infant. It also includes the construction of perimeter fencing, upgrading of electrical systems, and the completion of pre-contractual arrangements. The program, which started April 2020, will be completed in March 2023. Meanwhile, $1 billion will carry out similar activities under the Education Transformation Program. And finally, $34 million was spent by the Universal Service Fund, USF, to commission 4 community access points in St. James. The beneficiaries are Goodwill Primary and Infant School, Montego Bay Boys and Girls Club, Barracks Road Primary, and Flanker Primary and Junior High. The labs are equipped with desktop computers, chairs, desks, air conditioning units, and internet connectivity to increase access for students and the wider community. Chief Executive Officer Daniel Dawes said the agency is committed to its mandate set by the Ministry of Science, Energy and Technology to provide internet access in underserved communities across the country.
So we are on a mission to ensure that our children and our communities are provided with the necessary tools, particularly during this COVID experience. We can only make them better off. We can only make them richer if we give them the tools they need.
USF has designated Anchovy, Cambridge, Maroontown, Barretttown, Somerton, and Content as the next set of communities in St. James to receive community access points. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Lorraine Mendez. Thanks for watching.